Welcome back, fish friends! Today we're shifting our gaze from the flashy mid-tank showboaters to the unsung heroes patrolling the bottom. We're talking about bottom feeder fish, the cleanup crew that keeps your tank sparkling. These little scavengers have personality and purpose, and they deserve the spotlight. Let me make a quick pause to invite you to join over 1,000 fish aficionados to our weekly cool and quick fish facts. Just go to aquariumsource.com/subscribe. I promise it won't smell fishy. Really, who teaches you about the honey gourami with a Brad Pitt gif? And if you'd like to support the channel, consider joining as a member. In this video, we'll explore 10 of our favorite bottom feeding species. These aren't just janitors. Each one has its own quirks, beauty, and charm. And to keep things fun, we'll rank them, because who doesn't love a tier list? Grab a net, dim the lights, and let's get into it. Number 1, Synodontis catfish, the funky crowd pleaser, A tier. If you want a bottom feeder that's equal parts chill and show off, meet the Synodontis catfish. These African natives balance peace and play perfectly. One minute they're lounging quietly, and the next they're darting around the tank, sometimes even swimming upside down. They can even make squeaking sounds by rubbing their spines together. It's like the tank's got its own little percussionist. Visually, Synodontis are striking. Their spotted patterns light up any aquarium. They're tough enough to live peacefully with cichlids and easy to care for as long as you give them enough space. They land in the A tier because they're lively, hardy, and fun to watch. They only miss the S tier because they prefer nighttime activity, but for aquarists who like a fish with attitude, this one's pure gold. Number 2, Bristlenose Pleco, the algae-eating tank vacuum, S tier. If you want a bottom feeder that's both a worker and a companion, the Bristlenose Pleco is unbeatable. Their little tentacle-like bristles make them look straight out of a science fiction movie, but those funny faces give them charm and personality. Bristlenose Plecos can live for more than a decade, making them long-term residents of your aquarium. They're hardy, friendly, and one of the best algae eaters around. You'll often see them slowly moving across the glass or decorations like tiny suction cup machines. Some people find their look odd, but most of us can't help loving them. They earn the S tier because they're the full package. Long-lived, useful, peaceful, and easy to care for. Just remember, they can produce a lot of waste, so good filtration is key. Still, when it comes to cleaning power, nothing beats them. Number 3, Cory catfish, the social schooler, A tier. Cory catfish, or simply Corys, are the sweethearts of the aquarium world. They're cheerful, active, and thrive in groups of 6 or more. Watching them move together across the sand is like seeing a tiny underwater parade. They're calm by nature and love planted tanks where they can explore and rest. Sometimes you'll even catch them dashing up for a quick gulp of air. One of their cutest habits. They might be a little sensitive when you first bring them home, but once settled, they're strong and low maintenance. Corys easily earn an A tier spot. They bring joy and life to the bottom of any tank. The only thing keeping them from S tier is their need for a group and stable water conditions, but for most aquarists, they're a must-have. Number 4, Coolie Loach, the snake-like sleuth, B tier. If you're after something unique, the Coolie Loach is your mysterious little friend. These slender eel-like fish glide through the substrate like ribbons in the water. Their bold stripes make them look like tiny aquatic snakes, and they love to explore every inch of their environment. They're small and peaceful, making them perfect for calm community setups. They enjoy hiding under driftwood or within caves, and often come alive when the lights go down. Provide soft sand, and they'll burrow happily for hours. They sit in the B tier not because they're difficult, but because they're shy. You may not see them much during the day, but once they're comfortable, their curious behavior makes them fascinating. Quiet, quirky, and easygoing, but they're a hidden gem for any bottom section. Number 5, Siamese algae eater, the workhorse janitor, S tier. When algae becomes your biggest enemy, the Siamese algae eater becomes your hero. These sleek, hard-working fish are tireless cleaners that adapt well to almost any freshwater setup. They stay peaceful with nearly all tank mates and never seem to stop grazing. Unlike some algae eaters that lose interest as they age, these guys remain active workers throughout their life. They're constantly scanning surfaces, glass, and decorations to keep your tank spotless. They're also playful in groups and rarely aggressive. That dedication earns them a solid S tier. The only thing to watch out for is their jumping habit. A lid is a must, otherwise they're dependable, calm, and incredibly effective. Truly the ultimate cleanup crew. Number 6, Yo-Yo Loach, the agile substrate explorer, B tier. If you're looking to add a lively and curious bottom feeder, meet the yo-yo loach. These loaches are small to moderate sized, packed with energy, and love to weave through gravel and decorations with playful precision. They get their name from the black and yellow patterning that resembles a yo-yo string. Yo-yo loaches are also great in community tanks because they're peaceful, enjoy company of their own kind, so keep them in groups of 3 or more, and actively sift the substrate looking for leftovers and tiny snacks. Despite their active behavior, they don't demand perfect water conditions. They're moderate in care. Why B tier? They bring charisma and movement, but they may not be as reliable cleanup crew specialists as some others, and their high activity can sometimes make them less visible in heavily planted tanks. If you provide them with a soft substrate and enough hiding spots, they'll reward you with non-stop bottom action. Number 7. Autosynclus catfish, the mini algae specialist, B tier. If you're looking for a small bottom feeder with big impact, the Autosynclus catfish is perfect. These tiny algae eaters are peaceful, active, and fascinating to watch as they cling to leaves and glass, grazing away. They're best in groups of 3 or more and thrive in well-planted tanks with gentle flow. They might not be as flashy as the larger species, but their constant movement and cleaning action earn them a solid B tier. Based on general bottom feeder behavior, bottom feeding fish prefer sinking foods. Many varieties also enjoy dining on greenery. Number 8. Zebra loach, the striped substrate explorer, B tier. Enter the zebra loach. Small, striped, and endlessly curious. These loaches love to explore the substrate, shambling among rocks and hiding spots with their bold stripe patterns. They're community friendly, peaceful, and bring motion to the bottom of the tank without demanding perfect conditions. They sit in B tier because while they're fantastic for adding life and diversity, their cleaning role is less systematic than true algae eaters or cleanup crews. Number 9. Horseface loach, the gravel scavenger, C tier. Want a bottom feeder that really does the heavy lifting beneath the substrate? The horseface loach is your pick. With a long snout built for rooting through the sand or gravel, these loaches find buried leftovers and overlooked snacks. They're peaceful but need plenty of hiding spaces and soft substrate to feel secure. They're C tier because although they perform a valuable cleanup role, they require slightly more room and aren't as universally beginner friendly as some others. Number 10. Zebra Danio, the energetic surface dancer, B tier. The Zebra Danio adds constant life to your aquarium. These silver and blue striped fish dart and swirl near the top, bringing energy and motion that balance the calm bottom dwellers below. They're incredibly hardy, adapt to almost any setup, and get along with nearly every tank mate. Their quick schooling behavior keeps the tank lively while showing off those shimmering stripes. Zebra Danios land in B tier because they don't clean the bottom, but they complete the ecosystem with their speed and sparkle. The perfect counterpoint to your quiet cleanup crew. So which bottom feeder stole your heart? Did we rank them fairly, or is there a hidden gem you think deserves S tier status? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We love reading your tank stories. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world beneath the substrate, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more weekly aquarium insights, and ring the bell so you never miss a splash of new content. Until next time, keep your water clear, your fish happy, and your bottom dwellers busy. See you in the next video.